Hi, in this video I compare 3 of the best desk treadmills currently available. I have tested all the walking pads extensively, and you will find out exactly which model is suitable for you. At the end, I provide you with a comparison table where you can compare the features and technical details. You can find all the models presented in the video description and in the first comment linked below the video. Before we start with the models, I would like to go into some important information that can be crucial before making a purchase. If you want to skip this part, feel free to use the timestamps in the video. Walking pads are an innovative solution for anyone who wants to integrate more exercise into their everyday life without having to schedule extra time for it. They are compact, quiet, and easy to store under a standing desk or in a corner. The advantages of a walking pad at your desk are obvious. You can bring more movement into your everyday life and thereby increase your fitness. It has been proven to improve concentration, increase your energy levels, and help reduce stress. What else you need to know? Walking pads without a handle are limited to a maximum of 3.75 miles per hour for safety reasons. There is no solution for an emergency stop, and higher speeds are only permitted with a safety device. If, like me, you would like to run faster sometimes, I have also tested 3 of the highest quality folding walking pads up to 7.5 miles per hour. You should therefore be aware that the normal walking pads are not suitable for intensive running training. With most models, you should oil the tread from underneath before the first use and then regularly depending on the intensity of use. This will increase the longevity and reduce the volume of friction noise. Follow the manufacturer's instructions here. For models with brushless motors, oiling may be unnecessary and can even lead to damage. Some important points to consider when buying. Size and weight. Pay attention to the dimensions when folded and unfolded to ensure that the walking pad fits in your intended space. Make sure that the walking pad is standing straight and even out any unevenness with the adjustable feet, if possible. Maximum load capacity. Check whether the walking pad is suitable for your body weight. Noise level. As many people use the walking pad while working, a low noise level is important. Floor protection mats can protect your floor from damage and dampen impact noises and vibrations. App compatibility. A good app can make it easier to use and offer additional functions. The walking pads use the Kingsmith app, which has worked reliably for me so far. Let's start the comparison now. Here you will get to know the walking pads first, and the order does not represent a ranking. Number 1 is the WalkingPad A1 Pro. The A1 Pro is the highest quality folding desk treadmill in the WalkingPad series. It can be used up to a body weight of 300 pounds, which makes it particularly interesting for heavier people. The running surface is generously sized at 47.2 x 16.5 inches and offers enough space for comfortable walking. The speed can be set between 0.5 and 3.72 miles per hour, which is sufficient for light jogging. A special feature is the automatic mode, which adjusts the speed depending on the position on the treadmill. However, I personally recommend manual control for more control and safety. The LED display shows important training data. It can be conveniently controlled via the remote control and the Kingsmith app, and the data can be transferred to health apps such as Apple Health. One disadvantage is the integrated fan, which starts up after a few minutes and produces an annoying sound. This can impair use during work if you are not wearing headphones. Overall, the A1 Pro is very stable and runs reliably. I recommend it for people between 220 and 300 pounds in combination with headphones while working. Number 2 is the WalkingPad Z1. The Z1 is the latest model in the series and is designed for a body weight of up to 242 pounds. It has a running surface of 47.6 x 15.7 inches and can be set to a speed range of 0.5 to 3.72 miles per hour. A major advantage of the Z1 is its brushless motor. This not only works more quietly, but is also more efficient and requires less maintenance than conventional motors. The Z1 also has no annoying fan, which makes it particularly attractive for use in the workplace. The modern design with an attractive display fits well into any home. Control via remote control and app works flawlessly, and additional safety functions such as the child lock and automatic stop when not in use are practical features. These functions can be set in the app. It is lighter than its 2 competitors and is therefore easier to transport and store. This makes it very suitable for people with less strength. One small disadvantage is that the running belt is exposed when folded, which could make it more susceptible to damage during transportation. There are also no adjustable feet, which is why you need a flat surface on your desk. Unevenness cannot be compensated for here. Overall, for me, it is the perfect desk treadmill for walking up to 3 miles per hour for people under 220 pounds. The high feet place it further away from the floor, which dampens vibrations and impact noise well and makes a mat superfluous. However, the fact that it does not have a fan for the motor means that a 20-minute break is required every hour to cool down. But in my eyes, this is a good trade-off. Number 3 is the WalkingPad P1. The P1 is a solid mid-range model designed for a body weight of up to 220 pounds. At 47.2 x 16.5 inches, the running surface is just as large as that of the A1 Pro, and speeds of 0.5 to 3.72 miles per hour can also be achieved here. It has a simple, slim design without a display, which makes it particularly unobtrusive. It is controlled entirely via the remote control or the app. In this case, the display is integrated into the remote control and is an advantage for use at the desk, as the view of the treadmill is cut off by the tabletop. This means you also have your training data directly on your desk when you are not using the app. Like the A1 Pro, the P1 also has an automatic mode for speed adjustment, but I don't recommend this either. Overall, I've had the P1 for about a year now, and it's been very loyal to me in that time. It has a quieter fan than the A1 Pro, and I can go for a slow jog on it at 3.72 speed as it is very stable. So which walking pad should you buy? Each of these walking pads has its strengths and is suitable for different users. My recommendations below are all based on my personal experience with those desk treadmills, and I'll go through the key points with you step by step to help you decide. I can also offer you a discount on single orders from the US and UK walking pad shop, which is automatically activated when you follow the appropriate links in the video description and add the product to your shopping cart. Let's go! The A1 Pro is the most resilient and perceived to be the most stable. If you fall into the weight class between 220 and 300 pounds, this walking pad is interesting for you. Although the Z1 is advertised for up to 242 pounds, it doesn't seem as stable as the A1 Pro and the P1 because the feet make it higher. That's why I would rather defy the manufacturer's specifications and only recommend the Z1 up to 220 pounds. If you weigh less than 220 pounds, the A1 Pro is unnecessary as it is more expensive than the Z1 and the P1. In my opinion, the body weight factor is the only reason to buy the A1 Pro. So the only question now is whether people under 220 pounds should buy the Z1 or the P1. I also have a clear opinion on this. The walking pad's own weight plays a role when lifting and transporting it around the room. People who are not as physically strong benefit from the lighter weight of the walking pad Z1. The 11 pounds difference definitely makes a difference. Due to the lower weight, the Z1 is, as just mentioned, not as stable as the P1. I would ignore the maximum speed of the Z1 and only use it up to 3 miles per hour. This is where it has its greatest strength. The P1 is flatter on the ground, which makes it more stable, and you can jog on it at maximum speed at 3.72 miles per hour without hesitation. In contrast to the P1 and A1 Pro, the Z1 has an innovative brushless motor that works more efficiently and requires less power for the same performance. This in turn also benefits your electricity bill. All three desk treadmills reach the set speed steplessly and therefore without unpleasant hiccups. The noise level is an important factor. As I just mentioned, the A1 Pro is unpleasantly loud as soon as the fan comes on, which is presumably necessary to ensure that the motor is cooled properly. The P1 has a quieter fan in my case, although I have already read in the comments that the current model also has a loud fan. So I can't promise you that the P1 with fan is necessarily quieter than the A1 Pro. The most comfortable is definitely the Z1, which has no fan at all but needs a 20-minute break after an hour to cool down. In my opinion, however, this is a good compromise. The dimensions of the A1 Pro and P1 are identical, and the tread is larger than that of the Z1. The narrower tread of the Z1 is another reason why it is more uncomfortable at maximum speed than the P1 and A1 Pro. However, it is perfectly adequate for walking. They are all foldable, and the Z1 is the only treadmill with a hard rubber front, which means it can be stored upright. According to support, they can all be stored upright if you make sure that they can't tip over. Since the A1 Pro and the P1 have no protection at the front, I would rather plan a horizontal place for them. When folded, both are slightly thinner than the Z1. All three models can be controlled with the supplied remote control and via app. You can set 0.5 miles per hour increments using the remote control and more targeted 0.1 miles per hour increments using the app. In automatic mode, you can speed up the walking pad by stepping further forward and slow it down by dropping back. I'm not a fan of this, so I ignore it completely. The Z1 doesn't have this feature. While the A1 Pro and Z1 have a display built into the front of the treadmill, the P1 has it in small form in the remote. Finally, all three models have nice large transport wheels, which is important for storage. To summarize, the A1 Pro is ideal for heavier people and offers the most robust construction. The fan is annoying, and using it in combination with headphones is a good idea. The Z1 is the most modern model with the quietest operation, which makes it particularly attractive for use in the workplace. Unfortunately, the feet cannot be adjusted. The P1 is a solid and stable option for those who prefer a simple, unobtrusive design and want to save money over the A1 Pro. Ultimately, choosing the best walking pad depends on your individual needs and preferences. Think about where and how you mainly want to use it, and then decide which model suits you best. If losing weight is your goal, walking pads are a great addition to your daily routine. Many people underestimate how many calories you can burn while walking at your desk and how quickly time goes by while working. If you already have experience with one of these walking pads or have any questions, please write them in the comments. If I was able to provide you with a helpful product overview, I look forward to your feedback. Otherwise, thank you for watching, and I wish you lots of fun and success with your new walking pad. If you like, I'll see you in the next video. Until then, all the best.